All right. Hey guys. Welcome back to another episode of Something for the Culture. I'm Jazzy J, your host, and tonight we have a special guest. We have DJ Misbehavior. Welcome to the culture.
Hi, thank you very much for having me.
No problem. So let's get right into it,
hmm
Misbehavior. I want you to let us know who you are, where you come from, and what is it exactly is your talent.
Okay, so my name is DJ Misbehavior. I'm originally from the UK, as you can probably tell. And I moved to New York in 1999, and I'm a DJ. I was a DJ before I came here, but I'd say the most of my DJ years have been in New York.
Okay. So what made you come to New York from London? I mean, that's a
Well,
wonderful place to come from for one.
like we were saying earlier, I was like, I'm going to come for a year. I think it was that I was very into the East Coast hip hop scene.
Uh-huh.
So even though I knew there was a West Coast, which I now love too, it just seemed that I migrated to buying and playing all the records that were from the East Coast.
Mhm.
And they had a seminar in '94. I think it was the last one they ever had. They used to have this seminar called the New Music Seminar,
Mhm.
and that would be where all the industry would go for the weekend. So I really wanted to come. I was saying, "Oh, I'll go out to New York and I'll stay for the seminar." And I had to volunteer for a week to get my pass,
Mhm.
and then go to all the events. So it was the year that uh, Nas's album came out.
Uh-huh.
Puffy launched Biggie and Craig Mack, because
Mhm.
I remember he had these street kids running around the seminar with Biggie and Craig Mack plaques, and I just loved it so much. I was like, I'm coming back. So it took me a little time to get things. I was like, I'm going to come for a year, and that was 21 years ago.
Wow. Wow, and you
So
haven't looked back since.
yeah, I mean, sometimes I've gone, you crazy. What were you thinking? No plan. But, obviously, if I hadn't liked it,
Mhm.
I mean, even though there was struggles and something said, yeah, it's not going to beat you. So I
Right.
stayed.
Cool. So what first got you into music in general?
Um, I mean, I think part of it is the era I grew up in, which
Mhm.
is the 60s. Well, I was very young in the 60s, but
Mhm.
I don't think a lot of people realize there was very little in the way of ways to listen to music. I mean, TV, there was only two stations when I was growing up, and they didn't even start till something like 4 in the afternoon. So I think record players and records was a very big part of a family, aside from maybe if you played an instrument.
Mhm.
So, my dad would always play records and we'd sort of sit around, but we weren't allowed to touch his record player because we were too young. So in the end I must have bugged my mum and she got me my own.
Mhm.
And I started getting records, and I found like I'd play the same one over and over and over again, and I'd just sit there and play them. And then I went to college in a
Mhm.
town called Sheffield in the north of England,
Okay.
and they had a lot of house parties,
Mhm.
and everyone would make cassette tapes for the house parties, and
Mhm.
then you'd go to a party and there'd be the tape deck. And then I had a very kind of, I was quite shy, but I had this friend. She was a real goer. She was like the
Uh-huh.
party girl, and
Uh-huh.
she'd just eject someone's tape and put mine in, and then I'd just watch and see if people like the songs, if they like the arrangement. So
Mhm.
I never really thought, oh, I'm going to be a DJ, but I think I always enjoyed this sort of start of how people relate to music in a party kind of thing. So it kind
Right.
of started from that.
Cool. So, who inspired you to? Who would you say is your inspiration to become a DJ? Like, do you have a specific DJ that you like in particular?
Um, I don't think it's necessarily one in particular, but on my road of learning,
Hmm.
certain people would cross my path. And I think they were often usually the most talented because it was quite it was very male.
Uh-huh.
You know, this is the 80s. There weren't that many women, and some men didn't even like you being in the DJ booth.
Right.
You know, so I think the DJs that I love were the ones who kind of realized that I was really into it, and they were talented themselves, so they didn't need to feel threatened. So it was a DJ from England called Swing that was always super encouraging to me. Unfortunately, he passed away
Oh, wow.
and quite young. You know, when I came to New York, I met DJ Spinner very early on. Maceo from De La Soul, he was super cool. And then I started and joined a night called Mobile Mondays with another DJ operator, Ems. So I think it's, you know, I go and see certain DJs, but I think the ones that had the most influence was the personal thing of being encouraging or maybe just treating you the same as them, and you know, not sort of like you shouldn't be in the booth, you're a woman, you know, that kind of.
Mm,
So it's hard to think because I think it's an accumulation of lots of cool people.
right. So, what as a DJ, and I ask music artists this all the time, but I want to know from a DJ's perspective, like, what is your process like when you're getting ready to do a set at a party or an event? What is your whole process like?
Okay, so I think first it depends on the event and what they want. So, for example, tomorrow I'm actually doing this thing for these guys behind the rhyme,
Mm-hmm.
and they're on Twitch, and that's hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
So my first thing will be like, okay, what is it? What's the sort of the style?
Mm-hmm.
And then I just start to think of all the records. So I accumulate all the records that come into my head. Whether it's if it's computer, then it's a playlist. If it's here, I'm pulling them all out like in a
Mm-hmm.
frenzy, like this, and then I get that, and then I start playing to kind of refine a set.
Okay.
Because I think, especially now when we're online and all the other things that can go wrong, it's really comforting if you pretty much know what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't always be like that in a club. I'd be sort of, well, who's in front of me? But now I think I get that. Then I'll find all the records that I feel they go nice together, they mix together, or there's a story. You know, you play one track by an artist, then you play another one. You know, then it has this sort of, and then I'll time it. You know, so I know tomorrow's 2 hours, so I want to make sure I have way more than 2 hours. So I'm like, oh, you know.
Right.
So I think it's, and in fact, the more you plan, the more fun it is when you actually do it.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I noticed that you do have quite a collection back there
I do,
behind
yes.
you. Can you tell us maybe some of your favorites on there that you like to play or even listen to yourself?
Oof. Well, oh God. I mean, I love every set. I did a real downsize of my records, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because I just felt that I had too much, and I've been downsizing in my head anyway. I just don't
Mm-hmm.
want clutter anymore. It drives me. It's like, ah. So I think every record, my sort of real favorites on the top are kind of. I wouldn't really play them in a club. I do a Sunday show where it's like radio.
Mm-hmm.
I see it more like a radio show. So I play more deeper tracks, maybe stuff that a producer might be like, oh, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, so that's more of a, and that genre is kind of like jazz funk, jazz fusion stuff, a lot of 70s basically, like soul.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, everything. I did one of 1988 hip hop, and that was great because that's an amazing year. I mean, you got Marley Marl, you got Slick Rick, you got so many
Uh-huh.
people.
Uh-huh.
So I think I pretty much love all my records, really, you know, because I got
Right.
rid of all the things I didn't need, you know.
Right. So what would you say was your best venue and set you've ever done?
Oh, the same place or best venue and then best set?
We'll let's do best venue first.
Okay. I mean, there's been a lot. I think what I do like about venues, because there's been a lot I do love,
Mm-hmm.
is when the people designing them or building them have thought thought like a DJ or were
Uh-huh.
DJs. So I don't know if you're familiar with, say, for example, Cielo, which is in the meatpacking district.
Uh-huh.
It's just perfectly designed. Like it's got a huge DJ booth, so you've got loads of room. You're right in the center of the whole room, which is square, so you can see every inch of it. The sound system is kicks ass because I think it had something to do with with Masters of Work. I don't know, but there was definitely DJs like producers involved in setting that up. I loved that venue. Possibly my best. I play in Central Park. They have a old school roller skating disco there. I'd
Hmm.
say some of my best sets have actually been there because those guys drive you so hard. They're so demanding that if you nail it, you just feel amazing because they're not short of coming up and if you're not having a good day, they'll be like, "What's wrong with you? Get you know." And when they say that was dope, you feel like, and it's kind of fun because they're dance skaters, so it's not like a roller rink.
Uh-huh.
So when it's jamming, you sort of almost forget they're on skates because they're really just dancing. Is
Right.
amazing. And then the parties we do where the viral video was, which is the Museum of the City of New York, and they do a party called Uptown Bounce, like a block party. I
Mhm.
love that party too. That
So, so speaking of that viral video, because Common actually shared it.
yes,
Um,
he did. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so what was your thoughts when he shared that? I mean, did he reach out to you or?
No, I think the thing about that video was the guy who uploaded it to Facebook didn't know who I was.
Hmm.
So he didn't tag me. So when that went viral, it was sort of like this old white lady's playing hip hop pretty much. But it didn't really reference back to me.
Hmm.
I think what struck a chord with someone like Common or is because of the nature of the records I was playing. It was such a time. Black Sheep, Redman, Brand
Hmm.
Nubian, Biggie. It was just sort of, and the way that all the crowd were enjoying it so much. I mean, I did sort of post on his page, thank you so much. But I
Hmm.
think, those things move so fast, it's sort of gone. But
Right.
yeah. But it was, I mean, it was an honor. I was like, what? And Bootsy Collins shared it, and I was like, oh,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So that was pretty amazing. Yeah.
So if you had your chance to collab with another DJ, who would it be
Ooh,
and why?
another DJ. That's so hard. I was thinking more about musicians, but another DJ.
We can do musicians after that as well. So I
You
would
know
love
what?
to
At the
hear
moment,
it.
if it was a DJ, I mean, there's so many DJs that I really respect. I love Clark Kent, for
Mhm.
example.
Okay.
Um, Although oh gosh, I mean, Flash would be pretty cool because of the length of time you've been around. You'd be like,
Mhm.
but I think on one hand, I'm not that familiar with the younger DJs, but I think if I had a chance to collab, I'd probably rather collab with a 20 something
Okay.
because I'd like to see what energy and what music they're doing. I know it's
Right.
really hard when someone asks you that, and you think of all the dope people like Spinner.
Hmm.
I mean, we've done so with the Mobile Mondays crew that I do. We've done events with a lot of people, and oh god, it's a really hard question, because there's maybe almost too many.
Hmm.
Um, oh, I know. I
Okay,
should have
let's
thought
do it like this. Give me your top three.
top three DJs.
Uh-huh. Your top three DJs.
Um, okay. Well, there's a he just part, but there was a house DJ in England
Hmm.
called Paul Trouble Anderson that I loved. Like
Okay.
he had so much great energy for house, so he'd be one. Uh, Probably maybe Danny Crivet. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but
I've heard the name
for his
before.
record collection, I think I'll be
Okay.
very interested in playing with Danny Crivet. Um, I mean, the crew Mobile Mondays, I really enjoyed playing with them. Natasha Diggs, Operator M's, Just Blaze. I've never actually done a party with Just.
That
like
would actually be interesting. I would like to
that
see
would be
that.
really fun actually, because I kind of know his. I've I've been to a lot of things where he's been the DJ, and I
Uh-huh.
totally. You know how some DJs you can't relate at all to where they're going and the flow. I can definitely relate to him, and he's dope. And I mean, he's the king of half my favorite tracks from the 90s. Biz Markie, I would play with
Oh
Biz
yeah.
Markie because he has turntables, and the
Uh-huh.
platter is the size of a 7-inch instead of a 12-inch. So I'll
Uh-huh.
probably play with him so I could say, can we play with your toys?
So if you could go open a show for any artist, whether it's rap, pop,
Right.
whoever, who would it be, and why did you pick that person?
I think I would say Jay-Z
Okay.
because it would be so big. It would be kind of terrifying because Jay-Z's not going to do any little concerts. So,
That's true.
and I think I could probably sort of hold my own with because I've been playing those records since the early 90s. I think it'd be kind of really challenging to go
Hmm.
from whenever his career started, which
Hmm.
was that crew Original Flavor. I don't even remember those. Differ, differ,
And he,
damn. And then,
and he has a very eclectic
and he has a very
flavor
eclectic.
of music.
Yes, the people who do his beat, everything, you know, is, and I think it'd be like a probably one of the biggest shows I'd ever get to do, like
Hmm.
in the hip hop world, at least. I think that or something to do with Dr. Dre and
Okay.
that West Coast thing, because I like him too a lot. Snoop,
Okay.
maybe.
That would definitely be dope. That
Yeah,
would definitely be dope. West Coast vibe that he brings, and then your
yeah, yeah.
London, New York, East Coast vibe. That would definitely be interesting.
And throw in a little London vibe. That would be cool too.
Right. So, let's just say, for all the upcoming DJs, female, male, whatever, what kind of advice would you give them upcoming and trying to make it big?
Um, I would say certain things. I mean, I think it's really good if you have a niche.
Hmm.
I'm quite an all-round DJ, and I also think that's good. But if you find a kind of niche, I would say go in.
Hmm.
Go into that. Also, even in the quiet time, like practice all the time. This is one of the things I lack. Sometimes now I don't practice until I have an event or a gig, and then I'm like, oh, I
Hmm.
must practice. What I've been trying to get back into is just practicing every day. Just imagine the gig, make it up. Like maybe tomorrow I'll do my Jay-Z show. So I'd say don't, always be ready. Like keep practicing. Um, you know, look at all kinds of music as well. Even if you
Hmm.
don't play them, don't just sort of listen to what you're going to play. Maybe listen to a lot of variety of music, because sometimes that might help you, just have a little edge and
Right.
dream big.
I
Don't.
agree.
There's that voice that sort of goes, "No, you couldn't do that," and that's sometimes you know, just doesn't matter. Dream as big as you like, and then have fun with it.
Right.
You know.
So would you say, because I know a lot of artists that come on the culture, mostly what they kind of say is go for broke. So would you
Yeah.
agree with that statement?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Life is kind of short, as we're finding out even more recently, and don't be disappointed if a door doesn't open or a door closes. Don't get too sensitive about it because there will be a lot of them. You
Right.
know, I've actually just been doing this meditation. It's all about abundance with the guy that Oprah loves, Deepak Chopra, I think his name is. And this
Uh-huh.
whole thing is about abundance. Is you don't need to be looking at what other people are doing and thinking, well, now they're doing that, there's no room for me. It's all about there's room in the there's so much if you open yourself that you might do something for you might get a gig somewhere or a residency and it doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean you're not going to work out. It just means that relationship didn't. So I'd say don't get despondent if things don't happen because they're just learning curves.
Right. I agree with that. So what do you think that you would be doing if it wasn't for you having this amazing talent of DJing?
I think I would two things. I think I would go more into what I sort of do a little bit because it is
Hmm.
very much part of DJing. I'll probably put on events,
Okay.
festivals or something like that. I mean, I like the curation part of that. I've sort of learned that those things are great to work with other people and put ideas in. But if that's a full time job doing
Yeah.
events. But I think that's kind of interesting. And I mean, the other thing is I actually did qualify to be a hypnotherapist,
Oh wow.
and I started by doing a self hypnosis course, and it
Mm.
helped me give up smoking, and there was other things that I just on a day to day basis. It's a bit like having a meditation or something like that, but a little more specific.
Hmm.
Then I did the hypnotherapy course, and feel I didn't really want to be responsible for helping people in that way, helping people with their issues. But I like the idea of saying I could show you a tool and how to help yourself.
Okay, I get that.
So I think if I didn't, I would probably teach self hypnosis courses because I find the mind and the subconscious and all that really, really interesting. And maybe with young people because I've heard young people sort of in my radar talk about having anxiety, which I think is kind of
Hmm.
sad because ideally, we shouldn't get that until until we get lots of more
Yeah.
responsibility. And I think that things like that hypnosis can be really helpful for that.
Hmm.
So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go into something more teaching.
Wow. So you pretty much got like a whole hidden another career
I've got a career
talent.
waiting
Right.
for when I'm too old to when I'm too tired to go out.
So, how do you think that the internet has impacted your success as a DJ?
Up until COVID, I didn't probably. Well, I think social media obviously does because it allows you to be in touch with people that live. I mean, they could live on the other side of the world.
Hmm.
So there is that is. It's always been kind of quite important. To get. People have heard of you and they've never met you, type of thing. And
Right.
I found that really useful. I think I never really did much live streaming or anything until COVID because
Hmm.
I'm just kind of self-conscious. So this had just forced me like, listen, you're going to get left behind. If you don't get in front of a camera, you're a dinosaur. So I kind of, I'm getting more used to it. And I think it is I don't think things are going to go back to completely the way they were before. I think festivals and all these things, especially next year, they're not going to be close to full capacity. They're going to have to keep
Yeah.
doing this kind of thing. And the thing with our world is, I think once everyone gets used to a certain thing like this, it
Hmm.
doesn't go away.
Right. That's very
So
true.
I mean, there's good and there's bad about it, but I think it's helping me
Hmm.
because I'm talking to people in Japan or Brazil or, in the chat room and, they're asking me about what was that record. And I mean, you wouldn't have that if it wasn't for the internet.
Right.
Um, on the other hand, sometimes though, I feel like, oh God, I just never want to look at my phone again,
Right.
so, so there is that where if you're not careful, you've really got to take a step back from it, that your world isn't a screen, you
Right.
know?
That's true.
So there's, but I think overall, I mean, it's progress and we can't stop it. So we must find the best things out of it.
That's true. So what's next for you?
Well, what's next? In the very sort of near future, I mean, I'm just working on all this, you know, getting, learning more of the technology because there's issues. Well, not so much now, but nearly every time I did something, there was an issue. It's a plugin or it's a this or there has to be a hack because, especially with the DJ side of it, because if you're having a meeting with people and they're just talking to the microphone, there's no. But once you start adding like DJ software and things into play,
Mm-hmm.
these programs weren't designed for it. These apps weren't designed for it. So there's been so much about, well, I heard there's this one, and if you put this in, and so it's. I think that's got me to a point now where I've actually got my first corporate gig in a long time tomorrow, and that's online, which is dope. And I'm doing these Zoom parties on Saturdays,
Mm-hmm.
which again, I need to develop them more,
Mm-hmm.
so they become almost like a TV show in a sense. Whether it's not me so much, but just having a team of people and know, okay, someone's going to manipulate the. It's almost like having
Right.
cameras. Like that person's cool, she's dancing. Put the
Right.
and then I just hope to build up those things and just to keep building with people who, when this is over, I can maybe go and travel to their city or country. And so that's the immediate, and yeah, I think really it's just about carrying on, finding ways to make this work and, you know.
True. Definitely. So, it wouldn't be something for the culture if
Yes.
we didn't ask you, to give us a sample of your talent.
Oh, okay. Quick. Is that the end though, and I'm playing out, or you just want to hear one
Yeah,
thing, or
we want to hear some music. We want to
okay?
hear what DJ Misbehavior is all about.
Ooh, ooh, and how long?
If you want to play us out, you know what? You have enough time to play a couple of songs if you like.
Oh, okay, cool. You know what? I've been practicing my hip hop. I'm gonna play. Where is it? I'm gonna go a couple old new.
Okay. Show out, Misbehavior. Go ahead and show out.
Say a couple of old and a couple of new, and then
Okay.
just let me know if you can hear it all right.
Sure.
Alright, fuck that shit. Word, word. Fuck that other shit, you know what I'm saying? We gonna do a little something like this, you know what I'm saying? Stay up on this. Keep it on and on and on and on and, you know what I'm saying? Big Nas, Grand Wizard, God, what is it? Like, ha, you know what I'm saying? Yo, gang.
I rap for listeners, blunt heads, fly ladies and prisoners, Hennessy holders and old school niggas, then I be dissing her. Unofficials that mo woolly tie. I dropped out of coolie high, gas the bar, cocaine, cutie pie, jungle survivor, fuck who's the lava. My man put the battery in my back, a difference from energizer. Sentence begins to dent it. With formality, moderation's infinite, money wise of physiology, poetry that's a part of me. Retardedly, Bob, I dropped the ancient manifested hip hop, straight off the block. I reminisce of park chance. My man was shot for a sheep coat. Chocolate lesson make me see him dropping my weed smoke. It's real, grew up in trife life, the time, the white lines, the hype pipes, murderous night times, the night fights and bright crimes. Chill on the block with cognac, cold strap, with my peeps that's in the drug money market interact. No sign of the beast in a blue Chrysler. I guess that means peace for niggas, no shiesty vice to just snipe ya. Start up the dice, roll a match for crap to CeeLo. With side bets, so roll the deuce, nothing below. Peace God. Now the shit is explained. I'm taking niggas on a trip straight through memory lane. It's like that, y'all. It's like that, y'all. It's like that, y'all.
Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the opsa. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn streets. It's on, nigga. Fuck all that bickering beef. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek. Your heartbeat sound like Sasquatch feet. Thundering, shaking the concrete. Then the shit stop when I fall the plot. Neighbors call the cops, said they heard mad shots.
I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out so they can see what you about to do, honey.
Around the daughter. Old school, new school, need to learn though. I burn, baby, burn like disco inferno. Burn slow like blunts with yayo. Peel more skins than Idaho potato. Niggas know the lyrical molesting is taking place. Fucking with B.I.G. it ain't safe. I make your skin chafe. Rashes on the masses. Bumps and bruises. Blunts and Land Cruisers. Big Papa smash fools, bash fools, niggas mad because I know the cash rules. Everything around me, 2 Glock 9s. Any motherfucker
you left
whispering
me?
about mine. And I'm Brooklyn's finest. You rewind this, bad boys behind this.
Cha-cha-cha to this Mardi Gras. I'm the dopest female that you've heard thus far. And I do get better, the voice gets wetter, nobody gets hurt.
As long as you let her
do my thing with an 89 swing. The dopeness, I write a guaranteed delight. Until the hip-hop maniac, the uptown brainiac in full effect, MZ Light is back. And better than before, as if that was possible. My competition, you'll find them in the hospital. Visiting time, I think it's on a Sunday. But notice, they only get one day to shine. The rest of the week is mine. And I'll blind you with the science that the others have yet to find. So come along and I'll lead you the right way. Just clap your hands to the words I say. Come on. Kick, kick, kick this one. Kick this one here for me and my DJ. I got the power to spit out and devour at the same time. I'll eat you up with a rhyme, but I'll let you slide cause you accidentally hopped on the wrong side. Now come on, that's suicide. Hypothetically speaking, okay, let's say you didn't know what you were doing. You're new in town and you're looking around for another name to ruin. And it's me that you're pursuing? Well, 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 I'll be damned. I might as well tell you who I am. I am the capital L-Y-T-E. And it's shocking, I'm the one you're mocking. Oh yes, I've been watching you. Watching me and like the fat on your back, it's plain to see that you're a wannabe. But you can't be what you're not. So you better start living with what you got. Kick this one here for me and my DJ.
I don't know what y'all gonna do with this, but it got to be funky. It got to be funky if you're gonna be on it. I don't care who start, I don't care.
Okay, change my mind, going 80s.
Before the music is through.
Listen closely, so your attention's undivided. Many in the past have tried to do what I did. Just the way I came off then, I'm gonna come off stronger and longer, even with the drum off. I'll keep on going and flowing just like a river. I got a whole lot to give, so I'm a giver. Little at a time, new trails I'm blazing. Action is in effect and always stays in. Yeah, just like a shot from a cannon. I am the man in charge and I've been planning a jam strong enough that it can lift your soul. I'm the originator and my rhymes are made of gold. Once you hear the capital A, rap it'll stay with you for a while. It won't go away unless you force it, because it stays with you, my friend. And if you force it away, I'ma hit you again. I project my voice so it's right in the crowd. There's a sign at the door, no biting allowed. And if you didn't read it, I suggest you do so, or you'll be stranded just like Caruso. Sleep if you wanna, go ahead, get some shut eye. A man broke his jaw trying to say what I say on the microphone. He should have left it alone, just for the record. Let it be known that my ego's only partially grown. And never would I ever condone fighting in any form. Yo, I'm only warm. That verse was the calm. Now here's the storm. Next up, yo, I believe that's me. Craig G, light up the mic for the symphony.
When I get stupid to the point that I'm mentally mad, my rhymes start to flow, so I simply must brag about my style that makes you vibrant. I keep driving until the song turns me to a hip-hop giant. Me and Marley Moore, we're going one-on-one for any sucker rapper that chooses to come. And for me, Craig G, a.k.a. the Kingpin, I drop science, can't you tell how I'm singing? They hate how I turn my mic cord to a whip. Suckers just have to flip, cause I'm so hip. Craig G and Marley Moore, we form the ultimate alliance. No sucker can deal when I'm dropping science. I'm dropping science. I'm dropping science.
I want you, I want you. I want you, I want you. I like to introduce myself. My name is Biz Markie, and I'm the human orchestra called Biz Markie. Making music all the way is my specialty. When I go, I want you. Girls get excited when they hear my lyrics. They wanna recite them. I know you're in the mood. Just go with the flow, and I can play rapping records and all disco. Like Peter, Billie Jean, by Michael Jackson, all the trenches to your ranking. They gon' ask you when you hear me do it. You will be shocked and amazed. It's the brand new thing they call the human beatbox craze. Make the music,
Shout out to Biz Markie. Get better soon.
Make the music, well, I don't just do the beatbox. I rock on the mic, you know the bomb that I say. All the people like I get the crowd jumping, get the girls heart pumping. All the party people say, isn't he something? Rock from New York City all the way down south. Saying rhymes and making music, look my mouth. I'ma tell you party people how I began. It started when I'm living in Long Island. Hey, when I was a kid, I used to play in the street, making sounds with my mouth, all sorts of beats. Grown people used to say, what? Grown people used to say, what? Wrong with that kid making that strange noise. It was like for all the flyers and all the homeboys. Then I tried it at a homeboy's basement party. They thought it was a record laying over me. When they came by the DJ and saw who it is, they said, make the music with your mouth, biz. Make the music with your mouth, biz.
This is how we do every day, all day. This is how we do. This is how we do. Smith and Wesson don't play. This is how we do. This is how we do every day, all day. This is how we do. Click, click, click in the night. I shine, you shine, shine. 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 I shine, you shine. In this day and time, we maintain the same frame of mind. Elevation, spark it up. Yo, start the circulation. 360 degrees in rotation. Stimulation as the herb bless my physical creation. Slip into a hallucination. Situations got me thinking about my life seriously. Keep it real continuously.
Before I slip into blackness, I prepare for combat. Protect my dome, cause that's where my home's at. Crack my windows, inhale as the mist flows. Build up my mental, construct on my fist.
Spreading love to my Brooklyn crew.
Who be you?
Bad boy.
Smith and Wesson coming through.
Check it still. Traveling through the battling, handling all that's challenging to the very end. This is how we do. This is how we do. Every day, all day. This is how we do. This is how we do. Smith and Wesson don't play. This is how we do. This is how we do when we get down with Mary J. This is how we do when we break day. Click, click, click.
Those pretty memories, I know you can hear me now. For the record, I love you, I love you. Those pretty memories, I know you can hear me now. For the record, I love you, I love you. When I found out that you were leaving me, I couldn't sleep thinking about all the things that we've been Look at me, look at you, look at you, look at me. See my eyes, see your eyes, watching me, watching you, and reaching, and reaching, and reaching, and reaching right into your mind. Out of space, out of time, out of sight, out of mind. Feeling you, feeling me, feeling me, feeling you. We're flying together. We're flying in each other's arms. We're going to places that are new and old and blue and gold, and rainbow bridges carry us to another side of dreams. We're swiftly moving galaxies away. What a place to play! What a place to play! Hey, look at me, look at you, look at you, look at me. See my eyes, see your eyes, watching me, watching you, and reaching, and reaching, and reaching into your mind.
Voila. Yeah. I'm only coming out to play. Nothing more that I hate in this life. The wrong impression, I only have one to make. You can open your palm, waiting to catch a break. The cards will fall where they may. And what about me? I believe in fate. Huh. They wanna know where I'll be in 5. Huh. But what about today? What about tonight? Only one at a time. So precious. Is yours, is mine.
I thought you left me.
So look, people, we're gonna give you 10 more minutes of this wonderful music from DJ Misbehavior, and then we're gonna get out of here. So Misbehavior, take it away.